Yep, I'm pretty sure that I love Wrecker. The Bad Batch, Episode 3, titled The Replacements, is finally streaming on Disney+. I have been enjoying this show so far, and now that we're into the second week of The Bad Batch being released, I feel like we're kind of starting to get a little bit more into the development of where the plot is going. This episode sees our heroes, the Bad Batch, get shipwrecked onto a very interesting planet that looked more like a moon of a planet. They are trying to fix the capacitor, I believe is what they're fixing. This episode dives deeper into the Empire, as the Empire is trying to form a new squad of basically super soldiers that are not clone troopers, and they are being led by Crosshair, who go and find Saw Gerrera's camp, and they kill everybody but Saw Gerrera. They are pretty much doing exactly what the Empire does, which is strike down anybody who rejects their oppression. And Omega gets into a mission with Hunter, as there are these dragon creatures that take the capacitor and they need to get it back and retrieve it. And that's kind of the episode. It's a very short episode, very much more of kind of like a side story. This is one thing that I love about Dave Filoni, and you see it not only with just this show but also The Mandalorian, is that you get these little side adventures coinciding with what's going on with the main plot of the story. We see a lot of interesting things with Crosshair's character. Is he starting to maybe realize like what he did was bad? Or is he just completely lost his way because of the chip that is in his brain, which is not his fault. It's just what good soldiers do, right? So that's very interesting. Wrecker is a character that I love. Wrecker is kind of, interestingly enough, not a part of the adventure side of it this time around, but he ends up staying on the ship and builds Omega her own room, which I thought was very sweet. I love Wrecker as a character. He's honestly becoming like one of my favorite characters. I just really love him a lot. Like, he's so funny, and it's not too over the top where you just get annoyed with his character, but it actually has some subtleties there of being very genuine. And that's what you like to see, because we've only seen clone troopers always kind of be one thing, right? Very rigid, it's time to focus on the mission. But Wrecker is more of the type of clone trooper that is becoming more and more personable. Love personality with these clone troopers, and that's why I love the Bad Batch so much as a squad. Tarkin is very menacing in this episode. Tarkin, I think, to me right now stands apart as kind of the main antagonist of the series so far. I really want to know, though, if we're going to get into Ventress stuff, if we're going to see Maul, maybe Ahsoka. I feel like it's got to be coming. I know Rex is definitely coming, but it's at what time are we going to see all of this unfold? And are we going to see Commander Cody against Rex? Like, I have a lot of questions, and I can't wait to see where this show goes, because even though we're getting a lot of what seems like filler episodes and things that just are side stories, side quests, I do believe, again, that because of what we know from Clone Wars, hanging on to every single little tiny detail is something that they're going to push heavily in the Bad Batch. So we definitely have to make sure we stay firm and pay attention to everything that's going on within this world, in this galaxy. Overall, I really liked the episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was better than last week's episode, and I really like how they are bringing Omega into this squad, making her truly feel like she's a part of the team, and she brings something different to the table. Yeah, she's a little naive. Yeah, she's young, but I like the direction that they're going with her character, and overall, to see Tarkin and Crosshair on one side and to see our heroes, the Bad Batch, on the other side, I feel like season one's going to come down to a big, intense confrontation between those two sides. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on this week's episode of The Bad Batch, titled The Replacements. Let me know down below in the comment section your guys' thoughts and opinions on this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know I try to keep these reviews shorter, and not only that, but there's really not a lot to talk about in this episode. But make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you did enjoy this content. Subscribe to the channel for more talk on The Bad Batch and more Star Wars stuff in general. And as always, guys, I will see you in my next video. May the Force be with you.